Welcome to this presentation on computational analysis of mixed convection heat transfer characteristics in lid-driven cavity containing triangular block with constant heat flux, effect of Prandtl and Grashof numbers. This research was conducted by Krunal M. Gangawane and published in 2016. Today, we will explore the key findings and contributions of this important work. Let's begin by understanding the problem this research addresses. Heat transfer is a fundamental concept that appears in many industries. Understanding how heat moves is important for designing efficient systems. This research paper explores heat transfer in a specific scenario, a closed space or cavity with a moving lid and a heated triangular block inside. This type of setup, called a lid-driven cavity, is a simplified model that allows us to study complex fluid flow and heat transfer behaviors. To study this heat transfer problem, the researchers used a computational method called the finite volume method. Imagine dividing the cavity into many tiny cells and then solving equations to determine the heat transfer in each cell. Simple scheme, which stands for semi-implicit method for pressure-linked equations, was used to handle the relationship between pressure and velocity within the fluid. Researchers varied several parameters in their simulations. The simulations generated detailed information about how the fluid moves and how heat is distributed within the cavity. Researchers visualized this information using streamlines, which show the path of fluid particles, and isotherms, which show lines of constant temperature. Results showed that the Reynolds number has a significant influence on the heat transfer rate. Initially, as the Reynolds number increases, the heat transfer rate also increases. The results of this study provide valuable insights into the complex interplay of forces that govern heat transfer in lid-driven cavities. Initial increase in heat transfer with increasing Reynolds number can be attributed to the enhanced mixing of the fluid. However, at higher Reynolds numbers, the flow becomes more turbulent, leading to less efficient heat transfer. The Prandtl number affects the relative thickness of the momentum and thermal boundary layers. This research successfully investigated the mixed convection heat transfer characteristics in a lid-driven cavity containing a heated triangular block. Study identified a critical Reynolds number beyond which the heat transfer rate deteriorates and also, in some situations, a stagnant Reynolds number where increasing it further does nothing. Findings of this study can be used to optimize the design of systems where mixed convection heat transfer plays an important role.